Hey all, Heretic here with something different today. You know, I love BGs. I talk about them all the time. I play games, I make videos. This is my jam. So today we're here to talk about Battlegrounds Season 2, and there's a lot of exciting changes. We got new art assets, we got new cards, new mechanics, so many crazy new things. You know what we're going to talk about? None of that. Because why would we? When there's this dumpster fire of stuff going on in the background with the new reactions to what people think about the new monetization. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about everything. First, the controversy is what's going on with the pay-to-win feelings. I would argue it seems to be a reality, but we haven't actually seen it yet, so it's hard to say. Like, we have little bits of the information, but we don't have it all. Maybe it's not as bad as it seems. Maybe it's worse. Let's talk about it. Let's break down what we have, and let's take a look at it. First thing we have is gold. Can I use my gold I have stockpiled for Battlegrounds? Can I use it to buy a season pass? Can I use it to buy art stuff? What can I do with it? And the long and short of our answer is basically nothing. Your gold will now not be used for most things in Battlegrounds. But Heretic, if we don't use gold, what do we use? Oh, well, let's unpack that. All right, so first, they're called Runestones, the new Battlegrounds, primarily only currency, it sounds like. Runestones are a thing you must buy with real money. You don't get them in-game, you don't earn them anywhere. You get this only from money, and this is most people's problem. Basically, you can't free-to-play to get the full rewards track unless you pay money. And the big issue people have, first thing you get to pick 4 heroes. But only if you buy it with Runestones, which requires real money. So everybody who wants to free to play now can only play with 2 heroes. Not bad if you're casual and you don't really care and you're just having fun with the game, but if you're even a remotely competitive person, it feels like you're playing the entire time with your one arm tied behind your back. This is a bad feeling, and as you can imagine, this isn't being received very well. The world is kind of on fire at the moment. But what else can I buy with Runestones? Well, it's kind of vague. It says bundles, it says tavern pass, and lots of other things it kind of mentions, but gives you no concrete answers. How much do they cost? How many do I get? How many do I need for the tavern pass? These are the things we're all waiting for, which is the only reason I say pump the brake a little bit. Let's wait and see, but it doesn't sound great. And first, I want to say to the people in charge of Hearthstone, monetization is hard. You guys know this. You've been trying to do it for years. You released this amazing game that everybody wants to play. Probably one of the most played, I don't know if I'd say if most played, but potentially most played versions of Hearthstone, and it's free. They don't really make much money on it. I mean, yes, they're probably selling some cosmetics. That's why they make them. But I don't think they're happy with the amount people are playing versus the amount they're making. The game devs don't really care. They're just having fun. But at the same time, the people in charge, the executives who are sitting there trying to make money, they care. When they see how much you're playing their game and they're not making a dime, they care a lot. That's potential for them. And that's where we have to be concerned and keep an eye on things and go, oh shit, what now? So obviously, if they're going to monetize the game, none of us who've been playing forever for free go, woohoo, my free game costs money. What madman does that? Someone too rich to care. That's not me. And when you say the game is free and it doesn't really affect anything, that's kind of disingenuous because let's face it, if I get to pick from 2 heroes, if I play free, and you get to pick from 4, that's not fair. We don't have the same chances, especially where right now there's 80 plus heroes. That number is only growing. They're never taking heroes out or even reworking enough of them to matter. That means your odds of getting a bad hero are very high with only 2. They're pretty good with 4, but they're really bad with 2. So it doesn't feel good when you say, well, it's free to play, don't worry about it. And just remember, this isn't the game devs. The people you're talking to on Twitter, the people who are in Reddit discussions, going out to be the face of the company, these people are the messenger. These people are the people who design the game, who want you to be excited. They liked the game. They spend all day working on the game. They're passionate about the game. They don't really care that much about the financial end of it. I mean, they probably do a little bit because it's tied into their wages and potentially bonuses and whatnot, but it's the executives. People whose entire job is to sit in a room and make money. They have to get every dime out of us because that's their job. That's all they do all day long. Are they evil? You tell me. Think of them as lawyers, but even less are good lawyers. So what I'm saying is, like, there's not many white knights in that group, we'll just say. Someone sat there, kicked around an idea, and it slowly grew into this. But the person who originated this idea either got a lot of backpats for it and was like, great idea, oh my God, we're not going to forget about this. Or it was someone's assistant. They were quietly shuffled out of the room and their boss said, hey, I got an idea. All possibilities, but they expected a lot of backlash from this. You know, they're executives. They've seen this kind of stuff happen in a lot of different games, movies. It happens all over the place. Someone has an idea, obviously a bad idea, but it's going to make a lot of money. So they push it out anyways, and they say, well, let's see how much backlash we get. And the question is, when is the backlash too much that we have to think about rolling it back? Or when is there so much money on the table that we really don't care? So there's three ways this can play out in the future. The internet is quiet. Everybody's calm. Everybody's soothing. Everyone's like, well, we're going to wait and see what happens. I mean, it doesn't sound great, but maybe, just maybe, everything will work out. We rage. We riot. We lose our collective minds. But the executives, they stand their ground. They're like, the storm is going to pass. We will hold our line and we will make all the money. Then there's the third option. Somewhere, our young, youthful hero sits in the back and listens to the executives argue. They're new to the job. They've got some good ideas, but they're afraid to put themselves forward. But you know what? They push through their inner turmoil. They come out and they propose some different ideas. Maybe in this world, this person's idea is, well, how about this? We appease the players a little bit. We give them kind of what they want, but we still make the money. Still make all the money, but we say, okay, you guys can transfer your gold for a limited time to some of the new currency. And now everyone's happy. We seem like the good guys because we capitulated. We gave you something back. I mean, we could have made all this money. Now we'll just make this money 6 months instead when you run out of gold. This is a more quiet. This is a more subtle. This is the lawful evil person. And then there's the alternative. Maybe this person sits there and says, you know what? Let's just make them all free. Let's just go forward, make them all free. And we say, we're going to find another way. You know, we heard you. We understand your feelings. We didn't think you'd react this strongly to this. So we're going to just roll that part back and everyone can have 4 heroes. It's free. Everyone's happy. Everyone loves Blizzard. Yay. We don't really know how this person got the job. It seems like they're too good a person. And then there's my other option, the tinfoil hat. That's their plan all along. Release it as a disaster. Wait to see what happens for a week or so. They said it's coming out on the 30th. Give it a couple days. If the world rages, but in a day or two quiets down, just let it go and see what happens. Oh, wait. No, the world lost their collective shit, and now they're coming for our heads. We're in trouble. Well, we do the plan we had anyways. We just say, oh, you know what? We heard you. You're right. We're going to roll it back. And we have seen this example multiple times. Look at the Sonic movie. The world lost their minds, and Sonic came back looking very different. Completely different. Suspiciously different, because who thought the first one was a good idea? Look at what happened with Marvel Snap. They had their information get out about their new monetization. The world lost their mind. The developers stepped out and said, oh, look, no, we're not okay with this. We're actually going to roll this back. You guys are right. Which, you know, just meant someone in the executive boardroom gave them the okay. I like this scenario. It's probably the most cynical and the most likely in my mind, but we'll wait and see. We'll see how this plays out, but I make content for this game because I enjoy playing it. I don't want to see it die. I want as many people playing it as possible because the more people watching and enjoying, the more I can play and have experiences with new people and have more people find my content, and we can have fun and interact together, and everything just feeds itself. If a lot of people, especially the casual people, leave, that is a huge chunk of the player base that's just going to walk away. I'm sure some are going to keep playing blissfully and don't care. Other people are going to lose their mind, and just because of this change and they feel slighted, are going to move on. They're going to rage. They're going to say, I quit. They're going to hate, and it's going to be bad. I think the most important thing to remember is through all this discussion, through all the rage, through all the people being hopeful, you know, the devs sitting there trying to say, oh, I didn't do this. This isn't my idea, to the executive trying to make all the, okay, maybe not the executive trying to make all the money. We, the player base, are talking about this game because we love it. We enjoy playing it. It is a ton of fun. We don't want to see it die. That's why we're mad. That's why we're fighting. That is the real reason we're all reacting. Hopefully we can get past this. Hopefully my tinfoil's hat right. They'll roll out. They'll say, hey, we're really sorry. Here you go. Everyone gets 4 free heroes. We'll wait and see. Hey, y'all. Have a great day.